everybody to the second episode of the Konflict podcast. Did y'all hear me? The Konflict podcast.
Let's go.
So, babe, did you enjoy the first episode for your birthday?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what the podcast is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the different topics, you know, get the family, your friends, different things about your marriage, your business, day-to-day things.
Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoyed, and we're getting ready to kick it off and introduce our guest for today. So I have my friend Onari. How are you? Welcome.
How are you, my love?
Can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So I am Onari Jackson. I am the founder of Healing Broken Wings Incorporated. I am also the executive director of the Cassandra S. Pinckney Foundation. And I am a believer in healing women and the whole child.
Yes, yes. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And my guest, I know him as my brother. Some of y'all might know him as Five, Yanni, Cinco, Johnny. I don't know what y'all might, Player, all type of names. It's my brother. Mostly known as John.
Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, I guess you just call me Five on this joint here. Everybody call me Five. Go on a popular brand, popular embroidery. I'm also, you know, audio visual staffing. So, yeah, all that. I'm a fan of progress and precision and keeping the
Player.
Welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you. Okay, so are you all celebrating Thanksgiving? Are you all? What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
So I'm absolutely celebrating Thanksgiving, but because 95% of the attendees at my home will be related to my husband, I'm not cooking. I am cleaning and providing toilet tissue.
Bless your heart.
That's about it.
Bless your heart. Well, we are going to celebrate. We aren't cooking. Well, we are going to cook a dish, but we're going to go to my husband's dad's side of the family. We're going to go and celebrate with them. And you remember them on the first episode, right?
Yeah, that should be fun. Dad is a different kind of character. He's always going to be fun. One thing for sure and two things for certain. You're going to enjoy yourself around him.
That's right. That's right. So, babe, I wanted to discuss this since we're talking about family, friendships, and, you know, just being around your loved ones and the people that you call friends and family. Did you all hear about the situation with Shanquilla Robinson?
Yeah, that's a little different. Mm-hmm. You have a young lady who goes out of the country with people who she considers her friends, and then she comes up dead.
Yeah, but those are supposed to be her friends, though.
That's a word that we use a little bit too lightly nowadays.
Babe, how do you feel about that situation? You know, considering that we have girls.
I mean, the first thing as soon as I saw the story, I sent it to my daughter to see, did she see about the story, because it's real. You know what I'm saying? You see it on Instagram and you see it, and you know what I'm saying? It's something that it be a topic of the week, but it's something that's real.
What I say is, you know, you cannot call everybody your friend. You also cannot trust everyone, and let alone travel with, you know, any and every. Well, she did. She thought, you know, that they were really.
But let's be real. I mean, when we have people that are in our circle that we consider friends, we always kind of know who the haters are anyway. You know who the person is.
Sometimes, though.
Then you
Yeah,
know.
Sometimes they hide it so well, and it's like it's hard when you have a good heart and you think that, like, you wanna, if you got a good heart and you got a good intentions of it, like, this is my friend. They're not thinking like,
But
you know,
okay.
and some people cover it up so well that
And it's a matter of like, like let's say we all friends, right? We all best friends, whether we all males or all females, women. You know what I'm saying? It's like when me and him get together, it might be different when we all together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like when you and her get together, or me and you get together.
Right.
We act totally different. Not even totally different, but we got our own shit going on.
But you know what, though?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it be a mixture of that. Hold on, hear me out. And going out of town,
Right.
And not knowing how these personalities
Right.
are intertwined. It's a lot of the times, unfortunately, also it's a lot of the times where I might be the one who like to go out of town in my circle,
Right.
but in my real main circle,
Right.
But like the rest of your circle don't even really go out of town like that. So you
Right.
got to take that risk. Like not even got to. You feel like you going. All right, well these people going out of town. I'm gonna go out of town with them. Like you know what I'm saying. So,
especially when you
but like
mix friends with.
the catch-22 is
So,
everybody not your friend. Everybody not your friend. You can't. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't just go out on a whim. Like you gotta really understand how people work. You know what I mean? Like you gotta understand how
So,
people work.
do you have some friends that you would travel with versus and some that you wouldn't, or would you just give everyone a chance? You know, you all may have.
I'm gonna say something that people really don't want to be honest about. I don't trust anybody. I'm gonna just be real. I mean, you know, I believe in understanding that people are made of layers. And so there's certain situations that are going to present themselves where you're going to act a certain way and you may act a different way in a different situation, right?
Yes.
So for me, I kind of feel like if I don't put myself in a position at any time or any point to give you all of me, then I don't have to trust you with all of me. So I don't trust people. I mean, and you know, some people are better at this with this, oh, I came from a family, I came from this, I came from that. And so you have this loving, wonderful, cushy part of you. I don't have that. I just kind of feel like I trust you at every moment with everything that you do. And what you have to understand about friends, it's always a nigga in the back hating. And let's be real about all of that. So what you got to look at is when people are having conversations with you or when you're talking about stuff, listen to what they saying and listen to what they not saying.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
this girl went out of town with her friends, but let's be all way clear. When you look at the pictures of her, shorty was cut up. I'm happy for her. If whether it was natural, she got her body done. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's always somebody that's going to say, oh, you shouldn't have did that, or you shouldn't have took that picture, or you shouldn't have did this, or you shouldn't have looked like that. And at the end of the day, it's some deep-seated hate inside of that person that they're not really
agree.
exposing all the way together, right? And so when we look at the whole product of what's going on with this girl, they saying that the person, now we don't know whether it's true or not because it's going to all unfold as it does, but they saying that this was a transgender male, right?
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. So if it was, or even if it was just a female, she was a beautiful girl,
She was.
right?
She was.
And we talking about even before we look at her body, her face was beautiful.
Yes.
So there's a lot of strongholds on social media that makes you feel like if you don't look a certain way, you don't matter. So why not hate, right? So believe you me, before they got to that point of that fight or that situation, something was said, something was done, something happened that she just didn't pay attention to.
Yep, and
So
she
I'm
didn't.
just not that friend. I don't believe nothing.
I feel like in that situation, I could be wrong, and nobody can know, we don't know them. I feel like something happened with, they disagree with her.
Right.
They feel the type of way with her. They did fight her and beat her and all that, but I don't think they had the intention to kill her.
Right.
And it didn't. Sometimes you do things and they go overboard, and then you like, and it's like, you fighting. You fighting her for whatever reason. You fighting her, and I'm not like taking up like. I'm not taking offense
Right.
for the person who did it, 'cause you shouldn't have did it in the first place. But I don't just necessarily seem like that was his intent to kill.
Have you seen the fight?
I mean, I saw it, but I don't think, like the person who recorded it, I don't think that they knew that was the intent to kill.
Right. Right.
when they was recording. It
Right.
might be the intent to beat her up for whatever reason they had. And
They was
the
doing that
tension.
shit for likes, man.
But I'm saying, but I don't think it was to kill though.
Oh, no,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
I don't think
no,
it was
no.
to kill. I don't think they thought that she was going to die. The aftermath.
But
I don't
she
think they
was
would've recorded
drunk.
it.
She wasn't even fighting back.
Yeah.
But I understand she wasn't fighting back, but I don't think they would did it to think that she was going to die afterwards. I mean, like they was okay with her getting beat up. She maybe she go to the hospital and she got a little cast and all. They was okay with that.
Right.
But I don't think they was going to think she wasn't going to live.
Right.
The person recording it.
But you know
And
what
it-
your mother and them said? Your biggest hater is your best friend.
I mean,
So let's
I
call
mean,
a thing a thing.
Yes.
There's no way in the world that we gonna go out of town together, which means that we got passports, we had a conversation, there was a group text message, we talked about it.
It was
We went out
planned.
of town, we done put some things together, and now you so mad at me that you gonna beat me while I'm drunk? You was hating before that day. It's something that indicated to me that you was a hater before we got here.
The hate was definitely there. The hate was
there, for
I'm
sure.
pretty sure the feeling was definitely there, but I don't think the feeling was there to kill.
Right.
I think the feeling was there to hurt.
Right.
But it got over. They didn't think it was going to.
It got out of hand.
And it's
Out of control.
unfortunately they went to kill, and now they try to use the alcohol because now they confused. They lost.
Right.
Oh, we ain't mean to do this. So
But these
At
kids
that
don't
point-
fight. That's why they don't know what fighting and killing is. This is a generation that looks at stuff on GTA and looks at the internet and believes that killing is an illusion. So the reality behind it is we fought. I was born in 82. I'm going to whoop you, and I know when to stop whooping you because I done beat your ass and we going to move on, right? This generation don't understand that. So to them, the reality is I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to fight you till it feel good to me. I'm going to fight you till it look good on Instagram. I'm going to fight you till my friends tell me to stop. They don't understand no more. It's different.
It is. It is. Well, you know,
question in the room is, what about the fact that they lied to her parents, like the aftermath? Like they lied to her parents.
I feel like
to cover up her-
at that point, like I said, it wasn't an intent to kill. It's like you in a position. Be realistic. You're in a position, like say you're in a position with your friends and y'all doing something and like something happened. Ain't nobody trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
in a real
But
listen.
it's
ain't nobody
different,
trying
D.
to-
It's different. Let's
it's-
be real about it. These youngins don't understand the magnitude of what is reality and what is made to be on Instagram or Facebook or whatever the social media
'cause they
website
think
is.
after them, like,
So let's think about it like this. When we look at how these youngins are, right, and we saying that what it is for them to lie, the whole perception of how our children is raised, when you were born in the 80s or the 90s, versus being born now, it's a whole different ball game. You know, we had an understanding of what it was. You know, we had uncles and aunts who were on drugs. We saw people get strung out. We saw people die. We saw shit that really affected us in a different way. These children don't. Let's be real about this. You, I, your wife, my husband, we got children that we racing out here in these suburbs, and we know what the city look like. They don't. It's a whole different
that's
thing.
true.
So in their mind, you know, oh, my friend got beat up at school. The world is coming to an end. We saw our friends dying, Slim. These kids are a whole different thing now. So for them, oh, I'm going to fight her, and it's going to be cute, girl, because I'm going to whoop her because she get on my nerves, and I'm not getting ready to play with her. Yeah, he might not have thought he was going to kill her, but at what point do you stop? At what point do you back up? It didn't happen.
I don't think that they should have lied, but I know, you know, they were at that point of, like he said, their
Nobody
intent.
about it. And real listen, they're not about to. They was trying to figure a way out at that point. Cause it's like I wasn't trying to do this.
Right.
I wasn't trying to do this, but like, god damn, I did it. Like,
But he
now
went to
I'm
her
trying
house, though, Slim. The nigga that killed her went to her house with her parents, sat in the living room and cried with him and talked to him. He the one that set up the Instagram. Set up the, what's the GoFundMe? You killed her. And you set up a GoFundMe account? These kids don't have no perception on reality.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How we get there? Come on, man.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, just know who your friends are,
That part.
and you know, you just cannot trust everybody. So, you know who your parents are, all of that.
That part.
So, with that being said, you know, I think we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back and a few.
This podcast is being sponsored by K-Lux Events, where we provide a luxury experience. Go check us out on Instagram at K_Lux_events.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Conflict Podcast. And if you did not know, I'm going to let you know that the Conflict Podcast is all about being able to talk about issues and being able to discuss topics and being comfortable about sharing those issues within your relationships, your friendships, family, marriages, businesses, all of that. Just that's what conflict is all about. So, babe, everybody on this panel here. So, basically, what I want to say is that we are all good friends, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I want to discuss, how you all would go about being in a friendship with those that, you all may have grown apart from, and how do you handle, let's just say your day-to-day. You may see them, you may work together, go out to the same places, and you're no longer friends, but
Right.
like, how do you handle, that situation? Like, just when you come in contact with someone that you are no longer friends with.
I'm an alley-oop to 5, because 5 knows. 5 got a moonstone ring on. So he knows what's happening a little bit more, and then I'm going to come back.
I ain't even check the rings.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
don't
I ain't
ever
even
play
check-
with
right.
don't
Oh,
ever play with 5.
I never thought to play with 5.
I need you to
never thought play-
understand.
I didn't even check my man ring.
5.
the
I
bracelets
want to
and
hear your
everything.
response, and then I'm gonna come back and alley-oop.
Oh man, I ain't even check that out.
Go ahead, yeah.
That man's
It's 4 words, yeah. Keep it fucking moving, yeah. Keep it fucking moving. That's the 4 words I choose
That
to use
part.
in this in this specific situation. If you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with them. It ain't the end of the world. It ain't the beginning of it either. If you see him, what's up with you, and keep it moving. It's not that serious. Like, it makes no sense to keep nothing lingering or acting like it's some real beef or whatever, cause you don't wish nobody no malintent or nothing. Like, you don't wish no bad on that person. I don't wish no bad on nobody that I just outgrew or anything. So
Okay, so you still, it's still cordial, when you see
always.
him or her. Okay.
That's for me how it is. I don't know about nobody else. I know I don't got no reason to be all uptight or nothing unless you harm my family or me. It's never that serious.
Do you feel like you a good friend though?
Hell yeah. 100%.
Respectfully so. I mean, but when you have to think about growing out of friendships, I think one of the biggest things that I always tell people is that I'm like a ship. And so when the ship has sailed, you got 2 options. You got a life raft you can throw out and catch me on my way off the deck, or you just, when I'm gone, I'm not coming back to get you. And so when we look at friendships and people that we're dealing with on a regular basis, life changes all the time, right? And if I'm on a place where I'm trying to get bigger or better or do more or do better, and you're not where I am, it don't mean I don't love you, but you can't be in every aspect or piece of my life. So realistically, if I'm at a place in my life where I'm doing something different, like if I want to make $1 million and you cool with making $90,000 a year, I ain't mad at you for it, right?
Right.
But I got to move at a different space. And so that's going to require me to be around different people. And that's kind of where the conflict comes in. Because when you have friendships with people that don't understand that there are people that are here for, we're going to break bread together. It's people I'm here that we're going to buy cars together. And it's people I'm here that we're going to make money together. And those relationships are different. And I can't put you in every room just because you're my friend.
I agree. I agree with you on that. Now, what about what about a friend that you may have, had a falling out with, and it may not have been anything serious, but what if you're like, hey, I'm going to be the bigger person and reach out to them, Do you ever feel, or have you felt that way?
I'm not the bigger person. I wasn't built like that. That's not what God intended me to be. When you showed me who you are, I believe it. So the reality behind the situation is I'm one of those people, you got to understand that my mother and my father are dead, right? And so when you start to lose the people who created who you are, it makes you think very differently about everything else that comes behind that. My primary focus is the people that live in my household. And so outside of that, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny or mean or, and this might hurt people's feelings, but if you're not going to expand my territory mentally, if you're not going to expand my territory physically, if you're not going to expand my territory financially, then what are you here for? There's nobody in my life right now, if we did an org chart, everybody that I deal with, that's not going to put me in position to win. I don't have friends because we cool. I don't have friends because I like the shoes you wear. I don't have friends because I want to hang with you. I got friends that are going to make me better in some aspect of my life.
Right.
Amen.
That's all it is. I mean,
Yeah. So, how do you all want to touch on that topic? Like, how do you feel about that? Okay. Okay.
5 said he gonna pray.
Okay, just pray on it.
He gonna put some
Be the
sage
bigger
on it.
person.
You asking me again how I feel about it? I thought she was asking you.
I mean, because we can, they can go at it, because where y'all at?
Yeah, where you at?
So I'm gonna put it out there then. What I've seen from being in a relationship and having a friendship with Crystal and knowing D puts himself in position with people that he feel like he can save. Now, I've seen a lot of your friends that you grow with, right? Mm-hmm. But I also have seen the fact that you put yourself in a position of people that you feel like you can bring with you. So when do you get to a point where we on equal territory? Because if you always bringing everybody with you and y'all not on an equal playing field, you're not going to elevate because you're going to always be pulling back.
Yeah.
Where are the friends that you know what I'm saying, that are where you are? That part.
I got an answer for that. For him. They right here.
Honestly, well, that answer,
There is no
honestly, I mean,
Nah, look.
I do.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Bet.
Go ahead.
Look, right? It's simple as this, right? So you got your circle, and then you got like everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I always say, right, the secret to living is giving, right?
Right.
So like, I mean that in the form of opportunity. So like, what I do at all times is try to give people opportunities, or try to figure out or create opportunities and provide opportunities for anybody.
Within your circle, not the ones that.
No.
Period.
Oh, okay.
My life.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm saying all that to say, like, this my man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's my brother, but like, he don't know all the people that I provide opportunities for.
Right.
The same way, I don't know all the people he provided opportunities for.
Right.
Every time I come in, he got somebody else trying to sell cars, somebody else trying to. That's an opportunity that he provided. I don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that don't mean we lesser friends because I don't know the people that he providing opportunities for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like, in terms of friendships, it's like tears to that shit. Cause yeah, he providing opportunities. Yeah, I'm providing opportunities, but like, it's different when we all come and bring it together. But that's how we always dreamed it anyway.
So 5, I want to ask you a question. And this goes for you too, D. My favorite person in history is Huey P. Newton, right? Because he was an intellect, he was a giver, he was a provider. But you can't have it both ways. Either you gonna be a millionaire or you gonna be somebody that saves the community. It don't work both ways, man.
No, because sometimes you got to be a millionaire to save the community.
How? Who you know that's a millionaire that save the community? Who you know that's a millionaire that's really providing opportunities? And we ain't talking about motherfuckers that put themselves in a position to feel like I'm gonna help everybody else, because there's two different things. You gonna either be Malcolm X or you gonna be Martin Luther King. It ain't no in between. Yeah. Either I'm gonna save everybody or I'm gonna show everybody. You can't do both at the same time. So
what was Nipsey Hussle?
Nipsey Hussle was a giver, not a taker, and that's why he died soon and was not able to provide forever. Because he allowed himself to be so close to the ground that they could reach him.
But the things that he's put himself in line with is absolutely going to provide forever.
So that's who you are. You're a giver. You're not a millionaire. That don't mean you don't win, though.
But he's a millionaire. That's the point that I'm making.
But he's dead, son.
What that mean?
That don't mean you don't win. And I think that people feel like you don't win because
so you mean it's guaranteed.
So
you saying if you're going to be both, you're going to die?
You can't be both.
I don't agree with that.
Jay-Z not a giver. He's a millionaire. Huey P. Newton wasn't a millionaire. He was a giver. Nipsey Hussle was a giver. He's not a millionaire. He's gone because he allowed himself to be too close.
I think that in terms of what you're saying, you just mentioned Jay-Z, and I think that Jay-Z would be a giver.
How?
Because he's created several opportunities for his circle.
What circle? The millionaire circle. It ain't nobody that look like you that's a millionaire because of Jay-Z. It was somebody that created a path for themselves.
Memphis Bleak not wasn't no millionaire without him. Ty not no millionaire without him.
I agree.
What's his name? Biggs and all them. They not millionaires without him. And they in the heavy business. They in heavy business. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So between him and Dame Dash, they created opportunities.
Dame Dash and Jay-Z totally different. Dame Dash is a whole
Understood.
He ain't no giver, he a millionaire.
Who?
Dame Dash.
He provided opportunities too. That's why I don't understand.
That was nice.
I don't understand that one. I don't really.
Okay. So, babe, I want to touch on this since we are talking about business and relationships, marriages, and things like that. Considering that we have multiple businesses and, together and being married, let's talk about how that is. Like, is it, like going to business together with your partner? Is that
Like us?
Yes. Let's talk about it. Or just in general, being in business with your friends, your,
my biggest thing with my wife, with my business, is that getting her to understand the basic little things that I will assume that the person that don't even date a person that sell cars would know. And she doesn't know. Like, her thing is when she go to Starbucks in the morning, the cashier asks, "Oh, you have a nice car you driving today?" She said, "What you driving?" She said, "Oh, I don't even know." She don't even know what brand of car she's driving. Being with me for 12 years and I know the brand of car you driving is a little disturbing. You don't even know the brand of car. You know what I'm saying? You're driving. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know, like, this is a Benz, this is a BMW, this is that. She would drive a Ford and don't know if it's a Ford or it's a Benz. She don't know what she drives.
So what do you want her to know?
Yeah, I mean, what's the...
I mean...
let me tell you, this is what I say. We have a used car dealership that, we can provide you with, a variety of different cars. We have reasonable prices. We are the best in this area. And so, yes, let's just.
Yeah.
And let me
Miracle Auto
let me
Imports.
just tell you, the name of the dealership is called Miracle Auto Imports.
Thank you and good night.
And you can follow us on Instagram as well. And so, babe, you're telling them like that I don't know about the cars, but let's tell them about, you know, us coming together to like make it happen, you know?
Okay, so
Because we have
the good part, the good part, and the good part is in my business that I know how to make the money, but like the office structure part of it, that's what I'm not good at. I'm not the person that I would procrastinate the office part because I don't, it's not like a thing I want to do. And I would kind of like downplay it, you know, like it's just something that I'm not strong at. And I would, it's games I play with myself.
So you rely on her.
It's with her coming on board with my business now, the things that I downplay and procrastinate, and she does it with ease. So,
right.
And it's needed. So the things that I downplay is like things that's needed.
So why is her driving the car important? The type of car that she's driving.
I mean, that's just me being realistic. Like, I'm like, damn, baby, like you don't know if you're driving a Benz or a Dodge. Like, damn, like this is Dodge Center, this is the Benz Center, this is the BMW. Like
the paperwork straight. Why that matter?
It's not that. It's just she basically go.
I'm not really into cars.
Stop laughing, Fab.
I mean, like if a car drive good, like she can drive a Dodge Caravan, and if it drives smooth, she just think that's a benefit.
So what do you want from my friend, D?
It's not a one. Like, I mean, if you acknowledge what you driving, I mean, like
it's a car.
For instance, when I bought a watch, right, and I hear on the phone, and her friend, she's like, "Oh yeah, my watch." People said, you know, my watch is nice and all that. And she's like, well, how much you pay for it? Like, oh, like $1,000. It's a bracelet, like you see the watch.
D, that's not fair.
She said maybe it's $1,000.
D, that's not fair.
Yeah.
So let me tell you why it's not
fair.
She said
maybe it's $1,000.
Because I'm gonna speak for my friend. That's not fair. So let me tell you what happens. What happens, and I'm just speaking from basic knowledge and not necessarily knowledge of you as a man, right? What happens is men create this narrative of what their life is, right? You look at the cars you want to drive, the house you want to own, the things you want to make you feel like you have a status symbol. Then you get a wife, and you include her in things you want to own, the status symbols that are important to you. What's important to us is that we love you, right? That's it. I love my husband, that's it. That's all it is. I love him, I love his dirty drawers, he's my husband, I care about him, that's all that matters. But the reality behind the situation is there are things to him that are important that are not important to me. He says, hey, he'll send me stuff on Instagram. These are watches we gonna have. This is the car we gonna have. This even down to the ring. I ain't give a good goddamn about the ring I had when we got married, but that was important to him. So the reality behind it is you all look at things because they are status symbols as a man that your ego drives you to have that we don't have. And so don't get angry with us because we don't understand those things.
So when I bought her the watch, it wasn't I bought her watch like I
knew. You bought it because it looked good and you wanted to be able to say I did that.
I bought her the watch because that's what I wanted her to have. I already knew that she didn't know how much it was because if she knew how much it was, she wouldn't be, honestly, she wouldn't be excited as much as it was because she'd be like.
You bought the watch because you wanted the nigga not to be able to play with your wife because she had a nice watch.
It's just something like, that's what I wanted for the. It was a birthday or Valentine's, whatever. That's what I wanted to give her. But I already knew that she didn't know how much it was.
Exactly.
But it wasn't because I didn't buy it for her to know how much it was. I bought it because that's what I wanted her to have. Right. But I knew that she would like a nice. So I'm like, that's all that matters. But when I heard her on the phone to her friend, she's like, yeah, I got a watch. You know, she's like, oh, it's nice. Like, yeah, how much? He's like, yeah, he probably like $1,000. I'm like, oh, I had it going up. I'm like, all right. I know you don't know about it, but ain't no motherfucking $1,000.
Well, how you gonna get frustrated with my friend because she don't know? She don't give a damn. She love you.
I know she don't give a damn, but it was 13, not 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big difference.
Look,
it was different.
Look, all right,
I wasn't trying to, like, I already knew she wasn't, like, she didn't know. And I wasn't, no, I was fine with that. I knew I bought it for because I wanted her to have it, not because I knew she knew what it was. But when she on the phone, she all loud in the kitchen, like, yeah, girl, she might put like about
It's okay. It is okay.
Oh, it wasn't 1,000.
So look, let me ask you.
It wasn't 1,000.
Would you be able to go into business with your significant?
Hell
your
no.
husband?
Hell no.
It wouldn't work.
No, ma'am. And let me tell you why. Not because me and my husband couldn't do business. Because we were raised in different ways.
Oh, okay.
My mother, my father, and my brother are all dead. So I have family members that I don't associate with, right? So how I look at my life is I'm the oldest person in my lineage because there are people that are related to me that really don't even know how old my kids are, right? Okay. My husband comes from a communal family. He got brothers, he got sisters, he got a mother, he got a father. They hang together, they fish, they do all that wonderful things that we think you're supposed to do growing up. I'm a lone wolf. I don't need nothing to survive but me and to figure it out. We different. If me and my husband went into business together,
Scorpio
where the issue would come in, shut up. Where the issue would come in is, I don't care about nothing but making a dollar. And that's how me and my husband operate. We're very different in that way. My husband can make $1,000. He gonna give $500 to his mother. He gonna give $200 to his uncle. He gonna give $300. If I make $1,000, nigga, you gonna think I made $100 and you don't know nothing about it. We can't make money together because my husband comes from communal family. And while that's a blessing because I appreciate it at times like Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? Because we can all sit together and pray together and it's 1,000 niggas around the table. When it comes to $1, I don't give a damn about none of that. You hear me? So while my husband gonna make that 1,000, he gonna break bread. I'm gonna make that 1,000 and act like I got $5 in my pocket. You hear me? And he don't make me fight. But we can't go in business together because if my husband has a business and he got a credit card that's $10,000, he gonna bill everybody out. All y'all going to jail fucking with me.
Hey.
I don't know about none of that. I ain't gonna be able to
Look, while you down there laughing, Five, let me hear your opinion. Would you be able to go into business with your significant other?
It depends on the character.
This man's
That's because
playing.
Five out here still doing him.
I don't know what's going on tonight. This man's playing like he's not
Five
this cool.
is doing him,
Five is
shorty.
playing games.
It depends
I
on the
don't know.
character.
He's a different.
Listen.
He's playing the characters tonight.
It do.
So
It depend on the character.
Five, what's the character?
This man is not be chilling and
Hold on,
Right,
D5,
what
what's
you
the
mean?
character, sir?
He
What's
said
the
it depends
difference?
on the character.
What's the
Yeah, it
difference?
depends on
Please
the
let me
character.
know.
Because if you were a woman that's a protective type, then yeah, I go into business with her.
My husband protected, but he come with 1,000 other people.
What you mean?
So prime example, my husband won't move to Potomac, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been fighting it forever. Let me tell you why. If we go get a 6-bedroom house, 9 of your fucking family members gonna live there. And this is the reason why. Not because they can't afford to live on their own, not because they can't provide for themselves, but because y'all come from a family where y'all so family that y'all always together. I ain't used to that, right?
So I would.
But I don't gotta go through that. I ain't that type. I don't.
We can live in a 2-bedroom shack, and I'm gonna love you there because I don't want to live with your mother and your uncle and your auntie and them.
That's fine. I ain't doing no. That ain't me. That's not my truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm thinking how you said that Jordan is. I would say you.
Oh, DeMar definitely the same way. He want to save the world.
I mean, I don't know problem. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, I was just saying
I mean,
that.
I don't know problem. Yes.
So let me ask you something, D.
I have no problem.
So how does that work when? Okay, let's say, friend, you got a wife, right? Because I'm being for real.
I have a wife. My wife don't like.
And you got a life rag for your wife.
I don't
but
like
you
company.
saving everybody else. How does that work? Because I know it got to be a conflict at some point. If you employing your auntie, your uncle, your nephew, your cousins, all them people, and they may or may not be doing their job, but you still trying to be a husband, how does that work?
No, they don't.
That part.
No.
Yeah, that part. You don't want to speak on that. Call me tomorrow.
It ain't that. It ain't that like a whole lot of.
You got a heart of gold, Slim, because when y'all come from that pot of that family where it's we all gonna make sure we good, it's a blessing, right? I didn't come from that blessing. So for me, while I love my husband, I'm gonna always let him do him. I'm never gonna overstep my bounds because that's the king, that's the head of the household. I'm just gonna buck back on certain stuff so we don't get that
Right.
far, right? So for me, I slow down because I could have had $1 million yesterday, right? But I know if I put myself in a certain position, I'm gonna have to support a whole bunch of people that don't even know my middle name. Where's the lie? Because when you come in a situation where, like you said, you got a heart of gold, right? And you're going to make sure your people good. But where does it come into a situation where, because even in the Bible and the Quran, where you Buddhist, even if, you know what I'm saying, you Chinese on Wednesdays and you do karate, it say that you leave your mother and your father behind. So where do you leave everybody behind? Because you my king, they not. And why I got to deal with that? I'm asking you, not him.
This podcast is being sponsored by KLux Events, where we provide a luxury experience. Go check us out on Instagram at K_Lux_events.
One of the things that we would like to do at the end of each episode is to, engage with our online viewers and just get some feedback and answer a few questions. And so I'm going to jump into it. We got a question, and they basically wanted to know who was more high maintenance in our marriage. Like, would you like to answer that question for the viewers? Well, the answer, you all already know. Mr. Cisco himself.
Damn.
No, I'm just playing, baby.
Spanked
I'm
him.
just playing, boo.
So after all this time, now,
Oh,
This
my wife
Cisco.
called me with Cisco.
I'm just playing.
You stamp Cisco, cuz.
So you was dying to say that.
Cisco.
No.
I'm glad you never. That's how you feel.
No, but all jokes aside, who do you feel is more high maintenance?
I'm glad to know that's how you feel.
She was living la vida loca.
Everybody made all the jokes you said.
Well, you remember you said that everyone doesn't know the real me, and they would get to know the real me, right?
2 hours later. It's not my friend. You're not going to blame her. Because every time you late, it's definitely you.
You're right.
So?
You're right. As I see, she just like me. See, so this is my, every time that Jordan and everybody else made the
Don't bring him
Cisco
into
joke, she said, babe, don't pay no attention. You look cute. Now she want to come right here.
But let's be real.
You
Crystal, I got your back. So let's be real. Every time I've attended an event that had anything to do with you, your business, your personal life, or the kids, it's 2 to 3 hours late. And when I've talked to my friend, she's dressed. I've called her on FaceTime. She has her blouse is buttoned, her hair is curled, her frontal is bent down. It's you, friend. You in the house trying to figure out whatever pair of shoes you gonna put on, what you gotta do, how the kids gonna get there. Only reason y'all was on time today is because y'all dressed alike, and I feel like she bored. I'm just saying, and so there's that.
So while we both here, in front of you, which means we both can't lie, I would love to ask you the same question in front of my wife. When you said it's times that my wife is dressed,
All
her
the
hair
time.
was curved, my wife is dressed all the time,
Absolutely.
and I'm not dressed. I want to ask my wife, is that true?
Friend.
Yes, no. Listen, no, it's not a lie. It's not a lie because we're talking about when Onari called, not when Kiana, Kia, or whoever else called. We're talking about my friend sitting here on the show. Thank you.
When I talk to my friend, she dressed.
What time give me one example of a time that you was dressed and I wasn't.
Today.
Damn.
And the band played on.
You serious?
When she called me, I was dressed.
She was fully dressed. You was in the background with no t-shirt on, putting curl activator in your hair. I'm just telling you what happened when I saw it. I don't know what happens in your house on a regular basis, but I talked to my friend and she had on her navy blue blouse and her pants.
Okay.
You wasn't dressed.
Okay. See, that's what happens when miscommunication and assumptions, right? And with FaceTime, it makes you get angles of FaceTime. It makes you think one thing, right?
The angle.
Because as you was answering, as you was calling, she wasn't trying to answer, and I said answer. I'm saying answer.
The first time I did get the little decline.
because she wasn't answering. I was saying answer.
But you weren't dressed when you told her answer.
I was ahead of her, getting dressed.
No, you weren't.
And I was telling her. She said
You weren't ironing your shirt.
I was ironing your shirt because you didn't want to iron.
Oh, you ironed your shirt?
Because you said
I did it too.
No.
I didn't know you
No,
ironed
you
it.
said no. You said I don't have to iron my shirt. I said we're not doing that.
I know.
Damn.
You said we're not. I got my shirt. I said no, we're not doing that.
Stop.
So I was ironing your shirt. Yes, you're right. I was ironing. I was ironing, but I was ironing your shirt.
Oh.
And she called. And she was calling, and I was as a friend. I won't answer the phone.
Well, thank you for making my shirt extra crispy because I ironed it too. But the question, you didn't answer the question. The question was, who is more high maintenance? Is it me or is it you?
I would say
All right. Now,
Oh shit.
Thank you, friend. See, the thing is, y'all like to blame us, but it's really y'all. The things that you want, the things you got in alignment, it's y'all, it's not us. You wanted to watch. She didn't want to watch. She didn't even know how much the watch cost. You wanted the matching shirt. She didn't buy the matching shirt. You just told her, you sent her the link and she bought them. You wanted the glasses, friend. You wanted the jeans. It wasn't my friend. Don't do that.
No, you're absolutely right. But
Exactly.
No. But the things, also the things, she like the aftermath. She just don't like the. She don't want to do the. Like she don't want to. Like the. She gonna like the. Okay, we coordinate the aftermath. Like she like. We like the coordinate. She like the coordinate the part aftermath. She don't want to think and do it before. So she instead of beating yourself up about like
you the giver,
being
she the
prepared,
receiver.
about being prepared first, she gonna say it's okay.
but I love the outcome.
But
Right.
she would rather it be done how she wanted.
Me and my husband don't dress alike.
But she wanted it to be done like this.
I want to be done too. He don't dress like me because he
I
don't
only
care.
did this because this is something that I overheard her wanting.
Right.
So, because, like, we overwhelmed with work and everything going on, I said, let me try to go out and get a little shirt. We can do a little shirt.
Get a little shirt.
Because it's something
That's love.
that we talked
It
about.
is.
That's what we talked about.
That's love.
That's what we talked about. She said,
Hey, 5. He
she
listening,
like to do
5.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Most
babe.
men don't
But
listen.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you, boo-boo.
They so cute.
Yeah,
So, again, for the last time, babe, can you answer the question for our online viewers? Is it you or is it me?
it's me.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Johnny.
What's up?
Sorry. 5. I'm sorry.
What's up?
How are
I'm alright.
you? So. Who is? I'm gonna ask you. Being my guest. Are you more high maintenance than your marriage?
Okay, so that's a very, very much so a very compound answer. So I am more high maintenance because we're not made. I feel like when me and my husband get from being upper middle class to being upper class, he's gonna be more high maintenance.
You think so?
Yeah, my husband has way more expensive taste than me, but he's not willing to compromise. So it's like I wear my work pants and I'm gonna put on a white t-shirt and we're good. But when we get to the point where we really getting it, he's gonna be way worse than me. And I already know he's way more high maintenance than I am. I think that what we have to understand in relationships and in our relationships is, I know women, we know how to go to Target, Five and Below and Chanel to put an outfit together.
Walmart.
My husband wants to get everything from Saks on a Wednesday when it came out, and they called him and told him it just came out.
Yep.
So for him, it's like when we get our financial situation to a different tax bracket, he's one.
Okay. All
There's
right.
no limit.
And 5.
I want to say.
I'm probably always some more high
I
maintenance.
want to say to
probably
somebody dating
definitely.
you. Somebody dating you.
Uh-huh.
Like you gonna be the high maintenance. You feel like you gonna be the high maintenance person.
100%. I'm definitely gonna be
I
the
can
high
see
maintenance
that.
person.
Definitely. 100%. Guaranteed.
100%.
Just like D-Mom.
Yeah. I'm definitely the bad bitch in the situation.
You the bad
100%.
bitch. So 5 is the bad bitch.
Look, why you gotta go ahead? You gotta stretch it, right? But you stretching it.
Don't play with
worry
five.
about
Hey, D, stop playing with five. Hey, first of all, look at 5 rings, Slim.
Oh, no.
5 has on some very expensive jewelry that you don't even understand.
My man, I can pay for you on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? He got a move.
5 has
He gave
on.
his move, and so many of his move in his chest and arms.
Look, right? It's all good. It's all good.
And
Yeah.
Move changes as he talk.
All right, look, right?
5 not inside.
It's my
5
turn.
Is in the $1 million range.
I got something to say, yeah. I want to say something. I don't understand, like, while we, you know, we do this right here. It's all cool, hee ha ha. Ooh, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And hey, what do you think? We don't even talk like this though. Like I don't like. You gotta really, if we're gonna do conflict, right? There's no conflict in this. We just having a general conversation. So like, when we gonna get to the conflict part? There's no conflict
wake up.
part. I'm up.
Okay, so you woke up.
Nah, what? I didn't miss no conflict part. I didn't miss nothing.
Okay, so now you
I know. I could tell you everything we talked about.
Okay, so what's the conflict?
I'm asking you when we gonna get there.
I mean, we can talk about how.
I don't have no. I'm not married, so I can't talk about who the more.
How long you been from?
I'm not. Oh man, a great amount of time.
You think you're a good friend of me?
Yeah,
You a great friend of me?
100%.
You came to my birthday party last week.
I was at Disney World.
Did you tell me before I hit you?
Yeah, I did.
No, you did not tell me.
Man, damn,
I
like,
text you.
Oh, so
he
he was
go-
one of the ones that we were
Absolutely.
just,
Yeah,
that
he
was
was one of
the
those.
topic.
He wasn't one of nothing.
So actually,
They had the nerve
5,
to
you
text
missed
me.
the conflict.
They
For real.
didn't know to text me and say, what's the move? Nigga, you saw me out of town. What the fuck you talking about? What's the move? You out of
See, that's the conflict right
What's
there.
the move? You playing games, like.
You was 4 hours late to your birthday party, so don't blame 5.
What's the
Huh?
move? You out of town.
5. The party started at 8. He got here at 12:45.
all right, cool.
Don't you worry about it, 5. Wherever you was at, you was in the right
I
time
was at
zone.
Disney with my child.
One
Yeah.
thing for sure, 2 things for certain. He changed his outfit 3 times, dyed his hair 4 times, and had 2 different pairs of shoes. So wherever you at, you was on the move. You hear me? They
You know what I'm saying?
Great time. You on time. Don't let them play with you, 5.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I know
got here at
him.
8. He showed him at 12. 5. Don't let
I'm
it
here.
happen.
I'm sharp to him. I'm definitely sharp to him.
He lied.
Let's see if we can.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
So, D-Mon, let me ask you this. What's loyalty?
My loyalty different. My emotions different. And actually, he says, he most like, out of all, anybody that been friends with me, he most like you than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he acts like me, he views like me more than anybody.
So, what's loyalty?
Huh?
Define it. What's loyalty to you?
What's loyalty to me?
To both of y'all.
To
To
me?
my friendship.
Loyalty to me is just a word. I mean, because everybody, I don't know, I'm loyal.
People can say anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
People can say, people
I-
are great.
I fuck with my men. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna fuck with you through whatever we going through whatever you going through whatever we going through together, through whatever nigga somebody else going through, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's loyalty then, I guess. The act of it, not just the word.
Do you both always see eye to eye?
Absolutely.
Fuck no.
We were just arguing today. We was arguing on the way here.
Fuck no.
The whole argument.
Right.
Hell
So,
no.
and how do you? How do you all keep that friendship when you don't always see eye to eye? Like, do you take a break? Do you, like how do you call?
No, because I'm gonna tell you what it is, because it's different from a lot of niggas that we had the same conversation with that we had with each other, and the next person don't get that luxury to be like, hold on, however we get dressing each other or however we coming at each other, the next person don't get that luxury to come at him like that or come at me like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like not, and also it's like, because people don't get that luxury, at the end of the day, when we do come at each other and we do argue, it don't matter how much we yell or whatever, we both gonna listen to each other's point of view at the end of the day. Like, all right, bet. But then we so goddamn goofy, you know what I'm saying? And that's where the actual loyalty aspect come to it. Like, nigga, this shit ain't gonna amount to nothing. You know what I'm saying? We so goddamn goofy, we might be cussing each other out all day, but then when we had that actual conversation, we laugh and we not even serious about that shit. Or sometimes it might be like we get around each other and don't even talk about that shit no more. Okay. It ain't even that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a man thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I just know Johnny is Johnny, and when you understand a person, and he been the same way over 10 years, it's impossible for me to get mad at this man for being this way. Not with just me, with everybody, with every aspect of his life. The same way. Meaning that how he go off, how he be mad about things, the way he go about things, I feel like it'd be selfish of me to put so much towards him. It's like you doing something towards me that's bigger than me.
Right.
Because I see you doing the same thing with everything. He get this same mad with me, his son, his job, his mother, his everybody. His same anger, right? Mm-hmm. So, what right is it to me to fight back at something that's bigger than me?
So can I tell you why? And in 5, you tell me if I'm wrong. There are certain people who understand what this is, right? So when we look at life as really realistically being a matrix and being a whole bunch of bullshit, it's a whole lot of things you see that are not real, and it's a whole lot of things that are real. Right? And so judging by my man's jewelry, by how he came in and presented himself, he understands what his purpose is, right? He has friends like you who you know what your purpose is, but you feel like you're supposed to save the world in the midst of your purpose. And so for me, I get frustrated with people like you, D, because you always want to bring somebody else with you in the midst of the storm. And honestly, it slows you down. So, as your friend, I'm somebody, speaking on 5 behalf, because, I'm Crystal's friend. I'm your friend on Wednesdays. So, speaking on that behalf, it's like, I see you elevating. I see you doing better. I see you moving to a new purpose. But then I see you slowing down because you're putting yourself in a position to bring all this extra baggage that's putting you in a place where you don't have to be. So, when you have a friend like 5 who's looking at it like, man, I know where you can go. I know where you can be. I know who you can do. I know what you can really elevate to. But I know your heart is of gold, and when your heart is gold, it slows you down. That's just what it is. D looks at you like it's something, you know what I'm saying? My man 5 look at you like you bullshitting. Not because you can't do it, but because you're trying to bring all these people along who not necessarily going to be on your path, so they're going to slow you down. So when you say things like, he looking at me like his son, or he looking at me, you know, in a certain way where you feel like, damn, nigga, I'm not in that category. Have you ever stopped to think like maybe he's looking at it from a different perspective, and because he loves me, he sees what I'm capable of, but because of all the things that I feel like I'm associated with or I'm linked to, I'm slowing myself down. You don't, but go ahead, I'm listening to your answer.
No, I can't say it's for me like that because I the same shit he do, I do. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
yeah, so it's like it's kind of fucked up because like that's why I was saying earlier, like, you know what I'm saying? I believe in creating opportunities and providing opportunities, and I might not know the 10 people that opportunity he creating for. He might not know the 10 people who opportunity I'm creating for. You know what I'm saying? But I know that about him, and he know that about me. You know what I'm saying?
Malcolm X or you Martin Luther King, Fire?
Huh?
You Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
It depends on the day.
What's your answer?
It depends on the day. Today,
Who are you?
Malcolm X.
Who are you, D? Malcolm or Martin? And why? Martin. Because you want to save the world.
I got a dream.
He's definitely a heart. He has a heart of gold.
And how's that working on you, Crystal?
Well, you know, we're different, and I tell him a lot, you know, that you do so much, you know, and it's like you said, like it's like, okay, I'm getting pushed back because I'm trying to help everybody else, which is it's nothing wrong with it, but at the end, you gotta also think about yourself and your family, you know. So I guess you have to kind of try to even it out.
Ain't no such thing. It don't happen.
Well, yeah, you did say that.
It's no such thing. Either you Malcolm or you Martin. Either you gonna save the world or you gonna save yourself. And that's the part that we, you know, when
That's kind of hard.
it is. Cause I come from my husband's Martin and I'm Malcolm. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I'm trying to save myself, but in the process, my husband wants to save the world.
Well, do you? Okay, let me ask.
But see, I don't. You can't say the world until you say yourself.
But it's the thing, though. 5, like this, my thing. I come from a situation where I've lost it all. Right? I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. I don't have a sibling. I have family members that I'm not related to at all. Like we family, but that's my blood and that's it. So I always say that it's just me. So in the process, I could be a millionaire if I focus on me. I slow myself down because I know if I don't put myself in a position to have humbleness, that my husband's not gonna understand me because he's humble, and I appreciate that value, right, 5? But if it was just me, I would have been had a million, cause I don't give a damn. I want my kids to have $1 million. I want to make sure that when I die, they're good. But I know that my husband comes from a situation of saving the world. So I have to slow myself down because his heart is way more pure than mine.
Not really, because you could also, you know, in the very near future, that could transition into y'all you figuring out a way how to make $1 million through that vision. You know what I'm saying? Because that's possible too. What you mean?
How? Like my husband comes from a communal family. He comes from, if you stumbling, I'm gonna give you $5. If you messed up, I'm gonna help you out. I don't come from that because I don't have those people to save.
You gotta understand. So you gotta do that. And I'm not saying that he does that. I'm not saying that he does that, but
right.
You know that go back to what I keep pushing. Like you the secret to living is giving. You know what I'm saying? So like if I can provide an opportunity for 10 motherfuckers, 15 motherfuckers, 20 motherfuckers. Let's say I provide an opportunity for 15 people. You know what I'm saying? 3 of them people going to do something major and think about me and make it make sense.
Right.
I'm not saying they're going to pay me a certain amount. They're going to pay it forward. How
But it's
about that?
different, Five.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I can
Like
give to
they're going to
everybody.
pay it forward. So if I could keep on providing that opportunity, and then them other people going to keep on providing other opportunities. And when they hear that story, the people that they provided opportunity might come back to me
But it's
and be
different,
like,
though. Let me tell
if
you
it
why
wasn't
it's
for
different.
you, you wouldn't have taught my big homie how to do this, and I wouldn't have learned how to do
But
that
Five,
through
let
them.
me tell you why
So
it's
like,
different.
I just believe in more so like longevity, but it's like my personal version of being a hopeless romantic, but it's not for like love and romantic
Right.
in the romantic
Right.
terms. It's like love from my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm gonna provide all the opportunity I can. I hope you remember me. I hope you fuck with me. I hope you pay homage in some way. You know what I'm saying? More not than they are, but when them couple that do, like I pride myself on boom. I pride myself. I'm 37. I pride myself on being like 60. Right? I'm gonna have my own whatever I'm gonna have, but I pride myself on being 60 and somebody turning 30, 40 or something, 50 or something like that. Like, man, Slim, if it wasn't for you, whoop-de-whoop. Like,
Right.
man, I just bought my house, Slim, on the game you gave me. You know what I'm saying? I just, on the job you provided me or on the loan you gave me. The same with mine. You know what I'm saying? It's a nigga that could go, that's in 20 years, that he just showed how to get paper tags.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That nigga gonna have his own lot
Right.
in 20, 30 years. And mom gonna sit back like,
But see,
that's
the
what
thing
you
though,
do it
Five,
for.
mine is
You create
different.
opportunities. You know what
My
I'm saying?
strings are not attached, right?
And by that, what you saying is, I'm sorry to keep cutting. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
By that, what you saying is like, we limit ourselves because of that.
Right.
Because we limit ourselves through the possibility by just not being so laser focused.
So let
You
me
know what
say
I'm saying?
this how mine look. With my husband, his strings are attached. The things that he does with people that are interconnected in his bloodline. So mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, cousin. My thing is, I'll go out here and I'll get a grant from DC government and I'll do a women's seminar on how to have your own business and how to thrive, right?
Yeah.
I did a seminar maybe a year ago. I had 10 women in my class. I called all of them and said, hey, I'm getting ready to do a turkey drive with Councilmember Trayon White. And all y'all live in Ward 8. So, boom, here you go. Y'all go ahead and get y'all turkeys.
Yeah.
My strings are not attached. You're not my friend. You're not my cousin. You're not my family member. So, whatever your story is and how you thrive and how you become greater, we not interconnected in that way. I'm good at disassociating. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you the game, but I don't necessarily need to be a part of the game. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't come from the family he comes from, which
Yeah.
I wish that I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish I had a brother or a sister or a father or a mother to call. I don't. So because of that, it's like, I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna make sure you good. I'm gonna make sure you eat. I'm gonna make sure you know how to do these things.
Yeah.
But I'm not your friend at the end of the day.
So you're basically saying if you have a connection with them, it's different.
Right. Because
Yeah,
it almost becomes a job, right? So like with my husband, if he gives $1,000 to somebody in his family, or if he help him start a business, it's now his business. It's now his job, because he still got to be like part of working that situation and helping him get through it. With me, if I get $25,000 from the government and I do a business with you and I help you grow and learn, I'm not your friend. So I'm gonna give you all the game, but I'm gonna walk away.
Right.
You feel what I mean? It's just a little different.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the second episode of our Conflict podcast. And I want to give a special thank you to our guest today, Onari. Can you tell everyone again
Absolutely.
about your business?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Healing Broken Wings INC at Gmail. If you want to send me an email, but on IG it's just Healing Broken Wings Inc. We are here to support women and supporting the whole child. Hopefully we can make a difference.
That's right. And we are sitting here at K-Lux Events And I want you to follow us at K_Lux_events. And if you're looking for a used car, a great car, great miles,
You
great
already
price,
know.
come
Demerkle.
here and get you a car at
Demerkle_auto_group. Y'all already know what it is. DMV, y'all know what time it is. And now we got my good guy, my good brother, good man, Cinco.
Yeah, man. Definitely follow me, Yanni Cinco, on Instagram. Definitely follow my business, Popular Embroidery. We in Ivy City. Doing all custom uniform apparel, swag, business stickers, postcards, shirts, cups, mugs, hats, whatever you need. So that's Popular Embroidery DC. Yeah, that's it, man.
Thank you
Come
so
holler at me.
much for
Thank
coming
you.
out.
Thank you for having me.
All right. See
Y'all
you
know what's
next
going
time
on, man.
the Conflict Podcast.
Y'all know the vibes, man. Let's go.